Hey, what's up guys? Rivera94 back with another action figure review, and today we are looking at the Hasbro Star Wars The Clone Wars ASAJJ Ventress from the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch line. Finally, after how long have we waited for an ASAJJ Ventress figure, and finally here we have one. There is the front of the box. You can see the figure displayed with her lightsabers. On the side we get the side mural, and this is part of the Clone Wars series, so you can combine her with your previous Clone Wars releases. She is number 7 of Clone Wars. And on the back side we get a read up, and it reads, ASAJJ Ventress, an assassin trained in the ways of the dark side by Count Dooku. ASAJJ Ventress yearned to be considered a true Sith, but such status wasn't allowed under the Sith's rule of 2. That's it. So let's go ahead and crack the figure out of the box. Before we do that, be sure to check out the links down in the description where you guys can order yourself one of these figures if you so wish. And here we have ASAJJ Ventress out of package, and they went ahead and gave us this outfit. She did wear a few different looking outfits in the show, but I think she wore this one the most. This was her more common outfit. I know she changed every once in a while, especially towards the end. But I am happy with this selection of an outfit for ASAJJ. They can always make another ASAJJ Ventress, but this one is very nice. And I think it was a great choice for our first ASAJJ Ventress figure. I am super stoked about this figure. I just finished, well, not recently, but maybe a couple months ago, I finished the Clone Wars cartoon series. I finished it before season 2 of Mandalorian started, so it was more than a couple months ago, now that I'm remembering it. But my goal was to watch it all, Rebels and Clone Wars, before season 2 started, and I did so. And I was able to see all the goodness that was Clone Wars. And ASAJJ Ventress, of course, plays a big role in that show. We never saw her in live action, not yet at least. Hopefully we do one day, because anything's possible at this point. But she was a great character. I liked it. I liked her character. I liked her development, especially towards the end when things changed for her, and we got to see some more development through her story. It was very interesting to see that change. But anyways, getting sidetracked here. Our first Black Series 6-inch ASAJJ Ventress only comes with her lightsabers. Not a lot, but the figure itself is very nicely done. So let's take a closer look. I do want to focus our attention to this head sculpt. Here's a closer look at our ASAJJ Ventress, and that looks very good. Very, very good job by Hasbro on this head sculpt for ASAJJ Ventress. Everything about it looks good. Got the paint job on the back, on the sides, in the face. Everything's very clean, looks just like her. Very nice rendition into an action figure for ASAJJ Ventress. Going down to the torso, we get some sculpt detail of the wrap around her torso and her forearms. We get soft goods for the bottom, I guess, skirt piece, if you want to call it that. All the way down. Nice texture and sculpt for this piece right here. There is texture on her legs, got wrapped around her legs. As we seen in the show, she takes the skirt piece off. I don't know if this might be removable, and she fights without it because she's all wrapped down. So I'm going to have to play around with this and see if it comes off without destroying the figure, but that'd be interesting to see. So it doesn't really look like I can remove this thing without it breaking. It looks like this soft good part goes inside her torso, so I'm sure somebody can rip it off and take it off. So it's definitely possible if you rip it off, cut it off, and then you can have her without it, because she does fight like this without that skirt, with her legs they have this wrap around the legs, and this was a look for her without this piece in the middle and everything. But unfortunately they didn't really make it easy for us to do that with this figure. Here's a look at her lightsabers. So she has curved lightsabers similar to Count Dooku. There's the other one. But she has dual wielding lightsabers that do connect, kind of like Darth Maul. So she's a mixture of Darth Maul / Count Dooku right there. So we get that dual wielding lightsaber. If you so wish to have it like that, you can separate it, or you can pin it. You can see here we have some pegs. The blades come off just like that, so you can just have the hilt in her hand or have the hilt attached to her waist. So you may have noticed the 2 little peg holes on the belt, and that's for the hilts there, so you can holster it right in front of her like that. So pretty cool. And she does hold both lightsaber hilts just fine in her hands. The only downside about the pegs, of course, is that they're kind of a sore thumb sticking out there. Got a peg there, and a peg down there, just sticking out the hilt. Gives away the illusion, but it is what it is. Not the biggest deal in the world. So I quickly attached the two lightsabers together and put her in a little quick pose. So you can definitely pose her up with both lightsabers attached to make that dual wielding curved lightsaber that she has. So definitely very cool that we can do this. Taking a look at the articulation of the figure, the head's on a ball jointed peg, not a hinge, so it moves up about this high, looks down that low, left and right, pretty good. There's some head tilts. The neck is a articulated neck, so that helps with the range of motion for the head. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the range of motion for the head. Arms go forward and back, they go in and out. There is a butterfly joint within that shoulder, hard to see, but it's in there. Not the biggest thing ever, but we do get a little bit of range right here. It's better than not having anything at all, so I'll take it. No bicep swivel. We have a single jointed elbow, but it bends at a 90-degree bend, so I'm happy with that. Swivels at the elbow. We have a wrist swivel with a hinge. The waist is a ball joint, so pretty much it's a diaphragm joint at the waist. So you can rotate it around like this, go forward and back, tilt it left and right, swivel it, does everything that you need it to do. Legs kick forward, and thankfully we have soft goods, so it allows it to kick forward even more. You can slide it up a little bit more and get some more range. Same goes for the in and out for left and right. There's a thigh swivel. There's a single jointed knee that bends a little bit more than a 90-degree bend. We get the swivel at the knee as well. We have a hinge at the ankle and then a rocker at the ankle to finish it off. So the very first figure we'll compare her next to will be Bo-Katan, since she is part of this wave, and I have reviewed her already, so check out that video if you missed out. And they stand about the same height. I think that ASAJJ Ventress has a slightly bit of height over her. Not sure, but it's not anything big enough for me to say that she's taller, so they're about the same height. Next up, we have Darth Maul, and this is, of course, Phantom Menace Maul. It's not Clone Wars Maul. We don't have a Clone Wars Darth Maul just yet. They have so much more to explore in Clone Wars that they could spend years making Black Series for Clone Wars. So they just scratched the surface for Clone Wars. I'm finally happy that they are, but they gotta get going because there's plenty of releases to make from the Clone Wars. But anyways, here is the Phantom Menace Darth Maul next to ASAJJ. And here she is next to Count Dooku, and Dooku stands very, very tall. Let me pan out here just a little bit. There he is in frame, and you can just see how much taller Count Dooku is. I don't know how accurate this is. I know he's taller, but he seems very, very tall. Next to ASAJJ Ventress. Next up, I will put her next to the Clone Wars version of Ahsoka Tano. And these look pretty good next to each other. Up next here is Cad Bane, standing a little taller. He does wear a hat, so he's got some advantage there. Here's a Clone Wars, kind of a Clone Wars version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not really, because he never really... This is just a full clone trooper body with just a Obi-Wan head on it. I really do want them to make a definitive Clone Wars version of Obi-Wan. Hopefully, eventually, we will get that, and Anakin. Please, Hasbro. Thanks. And then lastly, I'll just throw in Grand Admiral Thrawn. Alright guys, and that's gonna do it for my review of the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Clone Wars ASAJJ Ventress figure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, show some love and leave a like down below. Comment down below as well. Let me know your thoughts on the figure, what you guys think. And if you're not a subscriber yet, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, everyone, have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.